What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Guys, I did take a break from King Arthur. I felt like I needed a bit of a break, to be honest with you guys, so I haven't really posted anything in a while. I will be doing a video today so we can basically get our missions done, so I can send you guys the rewards for everyone that is still supporting the channel through the supporter creator program. And yes, I have been pretty busy with Etheria Restart as well. That's actually a different game that came out, and I've been having a blast in it. I am covering it on a different channel. Feel free to check it out if you are interested. Keep an eye on the community tab. I tend to post some things in there every now and then. We got a brand new update since I actually haven't really played King Arthur. I kind of like haven't logged in for like 5 days or 6 days, to be honest with you guys. And I've seen that... we got Vivian on the summoning banner. She actually got a bit of a buff as well. Now she gives us increased attack. She supports her faction more, which is actually good because recently I have been summoning her quite a bit. I think I have her at a pretty high chivalry. I need to check that up. We have a few different events as well. And the main thing that was actually introduced, summoning special relics. You can actually purchase summon for relics now with crystals, and you have a wish list, which is actually really cool. Now, I was hoping that a wish list would be here for each one of them rather than here, but you know what? Still better than nothing. In today's video, guys, we are actually going to talk about the Hall of Conquerors. Now, they actually released the missions for the rewards, guys, a couple of days after I already did a video on these bosses and stuff. This was the newest content that was added to the game, right? Basically, these are bosses that never die. You attack them, you destroy as many hearts as possible. The higher you score, the higher your rank on the leaderboard. Now, what is very interesting is that I'm seeing that nobody is actually on the leaderboards, but we're gonna get to it in a second. I'm briefly gonna talk about the bosses. I'm gonna show you my teams again. I'm still running pretty much the same teams. I haven't really changed anything. Initially, I thought that the leaderboard was global, which was pretty odd, seeing that I managed to do top 3. I have a pretty good account, but it's not a crazy top account because, hey, not everybody's max chivalry. I don't tend to purchase the gear packs and stuff, you know, so that makes a massive difference. But for a Panvid right here, guys, this is the team that I'm running. You will require multi-hits because the boss will have a massive shield, a 21-hit shield, if I remember it correctly. So Tristan will play an important role, of course. We have Arthur, which was the new hero added pretty much with the same patch. Caliburn Arthur, a pretty solid hero. He deals very good damage. I actually really like him. As you guys can probably notice, I almost fully maxed him instantly. And seems like I can actually get another chivalry on him. So we are going to do that with the memory stones. So right now we're going to be able to actually have better things from his passives. I'm going to see if I can actually give him another level up. Get him to level 65. That will deal a bit of additional damage. I feel like for the last few months, I've been just farming gold in King Arthur, you know, so I felt like I really need a break from farming gold every single day, especially now with the new update. You need even more freaking gold to basically level up all of your heroes to higher level. For a legendary, you need like almost 8 million if you have him at max chivalry. Either way, he's a very solid one. I'm actually a big fan of Caliburn Arthur. I'm fine with the classic relic on him, to be honest. I feel like it's definitely pretty solid. And he's very good versus this boss. So I'm going to let it play on auto, guys. I'm quickly going to show you exactly what is happening in here. Now, what I do tend to do in here is target the boss rather than the body parts. And that's mainly because I feel like when you're dealing damage versus the body parts, you're not really breaking that many hearts as you would break if you actually hit the boss, right? Now, one thing that's really effective in here is basically having increased resistance, having resistance builds on your heroes. And that's mainly because, as you guys probably noticed, the boss just dropped on us that heal reduction. Now, even though it's not mentioned in any of his skill set or anything like that, you cannot cleanse it, okay? You cannot remove it after that's on you, right? You cannot block it with immunity either. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Basically, the main counter versus this boss is resistance. Once you have that healing prohibition on your heroes, it's going to be pretty much game over, because if the boss will place it on the same hero over and over again, you're going to be stuck in a cycle where the boss will just absolutely demolish you and you're not going to be able to heal your heroes back. So that is one of the main issues with this, to be honest with you guys. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. When the boss puts the shield, try to have as many multi-hits as possible. If you have a decreased speed on him, that's going to be really, really helpful as well, because it will allow you to overlap him, rotate a bit more often, deal more damage, destroy more hearts on him, and that's actually really, really good. The reason why I'm using Turin in here is mainly because of her increased resistance, healing, and to be honest, I do have my other two main healers, right? Nika and Gillian on the other two teams. So I try to basically kind of like make sure that I'm able to go versus every single boss. But this is a pretty straight forward fight. Now Arthur has like a gazillion of hits in his kit. You've seen that freaking rain of hits right there, and that's why he's so freaking good versus this boss. With his second skill, and of course the passive activating, that's what's really making Arthur very, very helpful in here. You see, the boss still has it had 10 more hits on the shield. We had, of course, Tristan knocking like 5 of them down, which is once again really, really good. Now I was thinking to use a different relic on Tristan other than his standard one, to see if by any chance he's bad. I think is it the fire relic that has like a gazillion hits on the A3 skill, but then he doesn't have many on the first and second skill. So I decided to keep him with his main relic, the standard one. So we have 26 hearts destroyed. Thankfully, from what I've seen, okay, we do have healing prohibition on Tristan. I was gonna say nobody has healing prohibition on, but Tristan has it. The other reason why I'm using Guinevere here is basically because of the shield. So if I cannot heal him, I'm gonna have to basically somehow keep him alive. Now, I would prefer to use something else instead, but Branham doesn't have the fire relic, which is kind of like the main thing that you want to use in here, because with his second skill, he's going to put 2 shields, basically that a shield that will soak 2 hits rather than two shields on your heroes, right? So that's much, much better, and that will be on every single hero, not just on one of them. I feel like last time I've done around 37 hearts versus this boss. I've done a bit of manual with Arthur at this phase where Tristan was already dead, just to make sure that I'm able to basically break that shield down. Truth be told, I did not have healing prohibition on my heroes so early, right? So that is one of the things that was really, really helpful, because right now we're only on 30, so we're definitely going to struggle to basically get past that. But that's fine. I'm just trying to basically explain you the mechanics in case if you've missed that or anything like that, right? So I think it's a cool content, to be honest. I like the leaderboards. The rewards could potentially be better. I'm definitely not too excited about the rewards from here, but hey, you can get a better relic for Arthur. So I think that's good. But if you don't have Arthur, most likely you won't be as interested in getting those rewards, right? So this fight will take a bit longer. If I'm backing out of here, I don't think they've changed that. If I'm backing out now that I have only the support heroes alive, so most likely I won't be destroying another heart, I will be losing all of the progression basically. So I'm gonna let them save that up for us in here, guys. By the way, I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you were supporting my channel through the supporter creator program, guys, they started a new season, which means that all of you guys that were supporting the channel will have to click on support again in order to claim the rewards. It's not that I'm not sending you the rewards. They've started a new season. So if you're not supporting, you're not going to be able to receive the rewards. Just something to keep in mind, right? Now, what I'm going to do from here, guys, I'm actually going to manual, and I'm just going to use the first skill on Turin just to make sure she's not getting so much healing on. Anyway, we have that healing prohibition on, but it's easier to keep the basic skill, let her die faster, because that's about it. We don't really care about her doing anything else in here. Okay, come on, boss. Take her down. Beautiful. So we got 30 hearts. Not the best thing, but you know what? We're gonna keep it as it is. So we're only in the B tier. You can go all the way up to 100 hearts. I'm super curious to see how are you getting up to 100 hearts, though. Like, very, very curious. Then we have the next boss. We have Hrungnir. Right here, I'm running this team. Now, this boss will require crowd control, okay? And that is the main reason why I'm using a lot in here. In my opinion, one of the best crowd control units in the game. And that's mainly because with the third skill, he will buff your entire team. And every time they attack an enemy, they have a chance to apply a freeze on the enemy. So the boss will activate like a secret skill that will basically require you to put a crowd control debuff on him. If not, he's going to go pretty crazy. And on top of it, you're going to be able to deal more damage too. So that's pretty much everything that you need to know about this boss. Now, we are using, of course, Nika. We're using Morgan in here and Irat. Nika will give them the Serpent buff as well. I mean, the buff for the Serpent faction. So we're going to ignore additional defense. We're going to pierce more armor on the enemy, which is actually really, really helpful. We are going to use the Ice, the Frost Relic on Irat, the best thing versus this boss. Single target hits. I'm actually quickly going to check if by any chance I can give her another level. No, I cannot, because I need more chivalry on her. But that's fine. That's fine. We should be able to get the job done as it is. So let's dive straight into it. One thing that I was in a way doing wrong before, and I'm worried that it might be the same situation, so I'm gonna forfeit, is basically the gear that I had on Morgan. So I had her built on speed, which was really, really bad for this boss because she was overlapping the rest of my heroes so freaking much, okay? Okay, so we have her on Vigor. She doesn't really need to be on Vigor. This is just the other build that I had available on her. I don't want to give her the speed because she's just going to overlap the damage dealer. And as you guys probably noticed, you have a turn count, okay? You want to make sure you're not just wasting turns in here, and instead, the heroes that need to do damage and do other things, they have a chance to make the most out of those turns. If I'm putting Morgan on high speed, she's just going to take way too many turns and are not necessary, right? So it's just going to be basically a waste. But this, I think this is the easiest out of all of the three bosses in my opinion. Or maybe this team is much better than the other ones, right? So that's one of the main reasons why I was scoring higher hearts versus this particular boss. Like, I have that defense down, which is really, really helpful. We do have, of course, the debuffs from Irat as well, you know, which are definitely going to be pretty solid. And as you guys can probably notice, the boss activated the secret skill. So right here, we need to have some crowd control from any of our champions. It doesn't really matter which one of them will do it, as long as one of them does it. Come on, Nika, are you going to do it? There we go. Freeze. Beautiful. So now the boss is kind of like entering a phase where you can just absolutely smash him, you see? If you're not landing that crowd control debuff, you're going to be in a bit of a pickle, because the boss will go pretty ham on you. That's pretty much it with this boss, to be honest, right? So if you have some of these heroes available, that's great. If you don't have Irat, you can use, of course, Bediver or a different damage dealer. But you might want to use Bediver on the other boss. So I'm using Bediver on the other boss. And I'm using Claricine in there as well, because she's going to bring me defense down too, which is actually very helpful once again, you know. But 150 turns. I'm actually going to fast forward at the end of the run, guys, because we've already kind of like went a bit over it. So I don't want to keep you in here for another 10 minutes or so. So there we are, guys. Finally done with the run. Everyone survived till the end. We destroyed 41 hearts, which is actually pretty decent, but not perfect, right? Like, you can go up to 100. As I've mentioned, I'm so curious to see if anyone is going that crazy. Now, I know in my clan, before we had a couple of people that got to like a total of 190 to 200 hearts destroyed, which is crazy. I barely got to like, what, 120? I think I got to around 120 last time. Then, moving on to the next boss, guys. We have Talos right here. This is the team that I'm running, okay? So, we're going to have Bediver as the main damage dealer. We're going to have Ain in here, not only to basically try and do a bit of damage with her, which is kind of like the least what she's going to do in here. The main thing is to get an increased defense, get an increased attack. Like this, we're going to survive longer. Now, the boss will start hitting super, super hard this one. So, he will get to one-shot some of my heroes. We're not going to survive all the way to the end versus this one in particular. It is much, much harder in my opinion. So, basically awaits the Midas heroes for a formidable trial. You guys know the drill with that. He's recharging his attack gauge. At the start of the battle, he has a chance to grant each ally Overlord favor for the rest of the battle. 100% chance to grant each ally attack gauge decrease immunity. So that's going to be irrelevant versus this boss. Now you could potentially run Ceres in here. She's going to be pretty good too. But I like to use Clarisin for that defense down. And that's about it. Bediver is going to pump in a lot of damage. We're going to have, of course, Gillian to heal us. We will have to pray for a lot of healing from her to make sure we're all Gucci. We are going to get some counterattacks as well from Ain. Nothing too crazy in terms of counterattacks, to be honest. The boss does need to do more AoE attacks in order for us to have a higher chance to proc the counterattack. Sometimes when he's attacking a single target and stuff, right, it's not really going to be very helpful. But Clarisin needs to bring that defense down, and that's one of the main things that's actually really helpful. Plus, she does bring other debuffs to the table and damage at the same time, which is really, really helpful. If she decides to land it, right, for whatever reason, either I have a wrong preset on her. Let me just make sure that we are Gucci. No, we are good with the presets. Okay. So I made such a preset that every now and then she buffs too. She's not always in the need of using the A3 skill, right? Especially if we land all of the debuffs. I'm not sure if we got resisted or what exactly happened, but usually we don't really have that. There we go. So we have the defense down. Beautiful. So that's actually really helpful. We have the decreased speed on the boss too. And now we have decrease hit resistance, basically. So we're going to be able to actually hit the boss more. So decrease evasion. The boss puts up a shield. Not necessarily a big problem. But he will really go crazy. And he will one-shot either my Bediver, either my Clarisin after a while. Like, he's just going to jump on a specific target and bang, put that enemy to sleep, you know? So that's how this fight usually ends, right? So the decreased attack speed next to the decreased defense is very, very helpful from Clarisin, guys. That's why I actually like to use her in here next to Bediver, plus the damage too. Now, if Gillian doesn't really proc the AoE heals, it can be problematic, to be honest, but we should be fine to get to like 35 plus hearts destroyed. I think last time we got close to around 40, if I'm not mistaken, which was pretty decent. So the boss entered his phase right here. We get to pump a lot of damage, which is really, really good. So we need Bediver to go in with that A2. Hopefully he's proccing that extra hit when the boss is in this phase, you know, so we can actually ramp up more damage. I'm quickly going to check if my Ain is set to use both of the skills, and yes, she is. We want to make sure we have that increased attack. that will actually allow us to do more damage too, which is really good. So we are at 28 destroyed hearts. This will not go all the way to the end, where we're gonna have basically all of the turns done, or if that will be the case, will be only one support unit left, but most likely Gillian won't be able to carry it alone because the boss will hit pretty hard. The shield will actually keep her alive quite a bit when she heals, but if I remember it correctly from last time, I did not manage to survive all the way to the end, you see? So we got hit pretty hard in there. We want to make sure Ain is putting that increased defense too, just so we have better survivability when the boss jumps on us to hit us that hard, you know? AoE damage, get a bit of a counterattack, beautiful. Can we land that defense down? I feel like my Claricin is slacking with the defense down this time around, and I'm not sure why. Resistance, okay, we got resisted. That's why. Okay. That makes more sense. For whatever reason, this time around we are getting resisted way more often than last time, so I could potentially retry the run because I can definitely destroy more hearts in here. Okay, let's see. Is he gonna kill somebody now? Is he gonna kill somebody now? Oh, that was close. That was close. Like, even my Beliver got low. So where are we? 33 destroyed hearts. Maybe we're still gonna go close to 40 though. But once the boss kills one of our champions, our heroes, the team crumbles, right? Because he tends to kill one with a single hit and then just wipe my other damage dealer. And Ain can do decent AoE good AoE damage, not decent. But versus single target bosses like this one, she's not really that effective, you know. Come on, Beliver, break that shield, break another heart. 35. Come on, defense down, Claricin, before you die. Okay, so we got to increase attack, not increase defense, which kind of sucks because... Oh, we survived! Oh my god, we survived. I already saw her being dead there. And seems like we are surviving a bit longer than last time. Unfortunately, we did not have a big heal from Gillian there. If we would have had a double heal, Claricin would have been alive right now, and the team was gonna score a bit higher, but it seems like that's where we're stopping. Maybe we're gonna destroy another heart because of Beliver, maybe two, who knows? But I don't really think we're gonna reach 40 this time around. Okay, come on. 39. Let's do a 39, Beliver. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, we boss proc the shield, so probably we're not gonna do it. Let's see. Is he gonna kill my Beliver now, though? Oh, he survived. Okay, we can do 39. We can do 39. Or maybe we cannot. Or maybe we cannot. We can. Let's go. So we got 39. We got 39. He's a pretty straightforward boss as well, but he does hit much harder than the other ones, in my opinion. Thankfully, he did not attack Beliver, so who knows? Maybe we even have a chance to go for 40. If he's going to activate his mechanic again, his phase, we could potentially survive longer. So we got a counterattack. He activated his phase. So yeah, we're definitely going to drop 40 here. You see, if Gillian was healing more, Claricin would have been alive longer, applied that defense down more often, and we would have scored a higher damage. But I'm happy with this as well. I'm definitely going to retry this after, though. I'm going to check to see how much effect accuracy I have on Claricin. But basically, these are kind of like the main principles, the main things that you want to prioritize on these bosses. And it seems like we survived till the end. Last time we didn't. I remember that for a fact. I know that the boss wrecked everyone else. And we have 111 hearts this time around. Not bad, but it could have been a bit better. So Panvid is definitely gonna get another retry. We're gonna do a bit of manual in there as well and try for a better RNG. But that's the Hall of Conquerors, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the new content. How are you finding it? Are you smashing it? How many hearts are you guys getting with the teams that you're running? Of course, it really depends what other heroes you have available. But in a way, you're kind of like limited to pretty much use the same strats, more or less. So let's see if we can get a fire relic, a legendary one. Not this time around. Not this time around. Maybe from here. Nope. I really want to get the one from Brannon, man. Like, it's just such a good relic for him to have the fire one. But now he is part of the regular summoning as well, which is actually good. So he's part of this. I should actually drop somebody in here and add him instead. So you see, these are 999. Probably we're gonna drop Lancelot and bring Brannon instead. He's only Chivalry 4, so the higher the Chivalry for him, the better. That wishlist is dope, though. I like that we have the wishlist now. It's so much better to target specific heroes. Let me drop these summons as well that I have on, because you guys know me. I can't help it. And keep an eye on the rewards, guys. You won't get them directly in the game. You already know that. They will be sent directly to the website. But make sure you guys are supporters, because if not, you're not gonna get them. And I will send them as soon as they approve this mission. Either way, that was all for the video. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.